What's up, Brian Tong here, and welcome to the Apple Byte. It's good to be back. WWDC 2010 is come and gone, so we'll recap what happened, show you guys some of the things you might not have seen, and talk about the latest news from the show. Now, WWDC was all about the iPhone 4. We've all known about it, but we just haven't seen it in action until SJ's announcement. Here's a first look at the gadgety goodness. Brian Tong here with CNET.com at WWDC 2010. And here I have two of my new friends. This is the first look at the iPhone 4. We got it in black. We got it in white. Let's just check out some of the killer features of this guy. If you look really closely, we have the front-facing camera. This is what it was all about, FaceTime. The first phone fully integrated with a seamless video chat. What makes it great, it does work over Wi-Fi only right now in 2010. They're going to work with the carriers to make that happen in the future, hopefully over 3G. We'll probably see it over 4G networks. But what you also have here is the ability to use the camera on the backside so that they can see what you're seeing. And this phone here was all about the camera. It's a 5-megapixel still camera with an LED flash. It also takes HD video at 720p, 30 frames per second. And then when you add all that together, you have the ability to get their application, iMovie for the iPhone, instantly enables you to edit video with themes, transitions, take picture assets, music assets, as well as transitions, and make a polished video all on this little device. Now, we also know it's a really slim form factor. This is 9.3 millimeters, the slimmest smartphone to date. And some unique features here is its stainless steel frame. Now, this frame, what makes a difference is that they've actually built technology into it that allows to serve as the antenna. So not only is it the structure for the phone, but you can get signals through your 3G, your Bluetooth, and your Wi-Fi. This is the antenna. Now, another feature you guys may not really be able to see is its Retina display. So if you compare it to the original iPhone or the iPhone 3GS, the pixels on here are 4 times the amount in a 1-inch square. You'll get super sharp images and text here, looks super clean, but this is one of those things that you really just have to hold in your hand, hold it up next to another iPhone, and see to believe. One thing we really didn't expect to see, and it wasn't on this iPhone, is 4G compatibility. This is still a 3G phone that will be operating on AT&T's network. And for all you AT&T current iPhone users, if your contract expires in 2010, you have the ability to upgrade to this phone without paying any early termination fees. So here's the breakdown. These come in black and white, cool, sexy colors. The 16 gig models are $199. The 32 gig models are $299. They'll be available in 5 countries, US included, on June 24th, and then worldwide sometime in September. So there you have it, a first look at the new iPhone 4. I'm Brian Tong for CNET.com. Did that guy say black and white were sexy colors? Yeah, he's been sniffing the Apple Paint fumes a little too much. Now, we mentioned how AT&T is allowing people to upgrade earlier, and there's an easy way to find out if you qualify on your AT&T phone. All you have to do is dial *639# on your phone, make the call, and a text message will be sent to your phone telling you your upgrade status. And as you can see, I am good to go. Now, for people who are just fine with their current phone, you'll still get a makeover with the release of iOS 4, the artist formerly known as iPhone OS 4. We've covered its features like multitasking, threaded emails, and everyone's favorite, changing your wallpaper, but no new features were shown off, and it will be a free upgrade on June 21st for iPhone 3G and 3GS users and iPod Touch users as well. Now, there were also things that most of you didn't see at WWDC. Steve Jobs featured a few developers to showcase new apps, and Guitar Hero for iPhone rocked the house. As long as that guy stops doing the air guitar. Then Farmville made an appearance of its own.
Quickly select multiple plots for fast and efficient farming.
Oh boy, I can't wait for harvesting and tractoring with my finger. Now, SJ also had a prolonged keynote fail thanks to the 570 Wi-Fi signals in the building.
There we go. Yes, I know that. I don't want the cellular data network.
We didn't even hear a peep about the Verizon iPhone many of you were hoping for, but it did make an appearance. Verizon! Now, things eventually got back on track, even though Steve might have earned himself a new name, the Wi-Fi Nazi.
It's real, especially when people turn their Wi-Fi stuff on.
And in another classic Apple promo, we felt like we were trying to be drawn into a cult after Apple execs used the same catchphrases that Steve did in his keynote.
For 2010, we're going to take the biggest leap since the original iPhone.
For 2010, the iPhone 4 is the biggest leap forward since the original iPhone.
But FaceTime was the icing on the cake. There wasn't a single dry eye in the house.
All
right, Brian, let's snap out. You big boy.
Ariel, I love you.
That means no.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Now, a few stories that have surfaced after the keynote. Apple released Safari 5. SJ made no mention of it, but it includes a new reader view, plugin support, and more, so you guys should check that out. And in one that I'm really thrilled about, AT&T's website was recently hacked, and approximately 114,000 email addresses and SIM card identifier numbers of iPad 3G owners were made public. I'm potentially one of those owners. AT&T says the hole has been closed, but if I get barraged with emails for mail enhancements, I'll know I was one of the unlucky ones, because I don't get those right now. Anyways. And Apple once again has changed the terms of their developer agreement. To make this short and simple, if the Big A enforces the new changes, it will prevent developers from using Google's AdMob and other ad networks like Microsoft's as advertising options on their apps, which means app developers would need to implement iAds or smaller networks into their apps, leaving Google and Microsoft with a big goose egg revenue stream on Apple's devices. Now, SJ talked about their support for fully open and uncontrolled platforms like HTML5, but they refuse to act the same way. I know developers will just implement the ad network, they need to make money, but it's another blatant jerk move by Apple, and you know we're throwing out the bad apple on them. Alright, let's quickly get to our winner for the chick magnets. We had over 1,300 emails, which is amazing, and the winner is Miss Jenny Black, with her favorite ice cream being Ben & Jerry's Everything But The, which is chocolate and vanilla ice cream mixed with Heath Bar and chocolate white chunks, peanut butter cups, and chocolate covered almonds. Oh, that sounds amazing, and I just wet myself for the first time on the Apple Bite. That's going to do it for this week's show. I'm Brian Tong. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next week for another bite of the apple.